I think right from the outset it was demonstrated that art plays a really important role in the growth of the city. It goes hand in hand with the philosophy behind the original master plan for the city, that it wasn't simply a place to build homes and places of work, but you had to build a rich and creative community alongside that. And art and artists have gone hand in hand, I think, with the growth of the city. Right from the early days of so Boyd and Evans and artists who made their home here. The important part of that is both continuing to inspire and to inform and to create, I think, a group of a community that can get some pleasure out of a place it calls its home.
One of the main fights that I do remember was to stop the gallery being just a foyer gallery, a little adjunct to the theatre. So the big fight was to get a separate building, and that happened. The whole town, from our perspective, is founded on people who made things happen because they could. And the gallery didn't just pop out of nowhere. There are lots of people who've been wanting this for ages. And it will always be about the people who live here and want it to work. I mean, that's how anything gets changed.
When the art gallery first opened, it generated such excitement, and people flocked here. When I came to the opening night, I don't think there was any more room to stand. And Gilbert and George were the artists who were here. I still have my signed poster. And the exhibition was loved by many and not loved by many, but everyone was proud that we had the space and proud that we had such celebrated artists as Gilbert and George.
Just 5 years ago, we reopened the new building with facilities that enabled us to present some of the greatest masterpieces from across the world. Paintings that are very vulnerable and also very valuable, so we needed the right kind of circumstances in order to present them. We also really needed more spaces to work with our community groups and our schools, so the ability to have what we call a learning studio, an event space, a project space. All of these spaces allow us to work with our communities locally, and of course the Sky Room, where we've had some extraordinary events, performances and gigs, and where we run a fantastic series of cinema nights as well. One of the ideas that drove the expansion was that we wanted to provide what we called a living room for the city, a living room for Milton Keynes. We all know that the city is full of chains, shops, pubs, restaurants that are chains. There are very, very few independent businesses in central Milton Keynes. So we were very excited, and I think people around us were very excited that there might be an independent cafe, independent cinema, an independent shop, all of these things that were homegrown and tailored for the people of Milton Keynes.
It's just a fact that what the gallery does, it does exceptionally well. And it is bringing some great national pieces of art to Milton Keynes. And of course, Milton Keynes, because it's open and accessible, is drawing people in from hundreds of miles around. The fact that it is being recognised in national publications is just fantastic. Modernity, fresh, new innovation is kind of part of our DNA, and the gallery is a perfect representation of that. It's not a stuffy gallery with that slight smell of damp. It is a fresh gallery with a smell of coffee.
One of my favourite things about the gallery is when the population stood up against the one guy who wanted it closed because his daughter had been offended, and they said, "Our gallery." And now when people refer to it as that, I think that's perfect.